I'm so happy. Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm really not. I'm not. I got a bird. He's a pretty bird. Anyway, I don't know if anybody's watching this or not. I'm going to act like they are. If they're not, they're not. If they are, great. Because that's why I have to act like they are in case they are. Make sense? Anyway, um, I'm coming at you live from upstate New York, and I just came from Walmart. Walmart in Queensbury on Route 9 is the gateway to Lake George. Lake George in the summertime is very busy with tourist seasons. Tourist season brings people from all over the place, and they all go to Walmart. Oh my God. Yes. You can just imagine. And all I had to do was go in for a couple beverages and a sub, and I grabbed a couple things on the way. So like I thought that I was just going to be in and out, go through the speedy uh, register. You know what I mean? 10 items or less. Do it yourself. Well, when I went to pay for my purchases, the line to the Speedy Express was so far out the door that people couldn't even get in. And I realized this is an issue. This is a problem. I could get angry or I could not get angry over this. Part of me is angry because I was expecting to get in and out. But then when you think about it, it's Memorial Day weekend. Nobody's getting in and out of Walmart on Memorial Day weekend. So perhaps I'm mad at my decision. Like maybe I should have went to a place that wasn't so busy. Maybe. Could have got the same things at a smaller store than I got there, but I didn't. So now that I realize that I made a decision and now I'm angry over it, then what do I do? So everyone is at their own level as far as how they respond to something that doesn't that displeases them. And the same thing happened to me earlier this morning. Okay. This is why I'm making this stream today, because earlier this morning, I decided to play a game that I enjoy a lot. It's called Rocket League. I've been playing it for quite some time. Now, I was expecting, because I've been playing it quite some time, that I would be getting better. Because most people are progressively better at something the more they do it. Unless what they're doing is not good for their game or whatever. So uh, I got to the point today that I get to quite a bit when it comes to that game. Is I got discouraged, angry, and I noticed it's kind of been of a pattern for me. So one of my friends that was watching a stream last night, and I kind of trust his judgment for the most part, said, you're on a losing streak. And I was like, you know what? I am. I'm on a losing streak when it comes to um, this game, Rocket League, that I play. So I, I, I did what I normally do, is just stop playing for a few minutes. Just get off, chill out. I started picking up my room a little bit, just trying to like de-stress. Because there's a moment in any gamer's life, or any people that bet money on sports or are in competitions, where they have to control their emotions, because their emotions affect how they play. Um, and I'm realizing that I've been drinking this coffee that's like 3 times the caffeine amount. So when I finally sign in and I do my stream and I'm playing my game, I want to be awake because I want to be able to talk to people that are saying something, and I want to be able to chat and play, which is difficult for me, but I can do it if I'm awake. If I'm tired, I can't. And then people are like, "How come you're not chatting?" And I'm like, "Because I'm trying to play." And then if you spend too much time in the chat, then your game gets neglected. If you spend too much time in the game, then chat gets neglected. So if I'm hyperactive and I have a lot of caffeine in me, I can control myself to the point. But I'm realizing that it's probably too much caffeine because when I lose, I get furious, like too angry, more angry than I want to be. Okay, so I started looking up these websites, how to get over a losing streak, and I got some very valuable information from these things. And one is that kept coming up from the different sites was the type of person you are is when it comes to gaming or gambling or whatever. Said that are you casual, professional, or compulsive? And I went, wow. I wasn't expecting to see that, and an anger, uh, getting over a losing streak research. I wasn't expecting to see that in there, and it kind of put things in perspective for a second, because it made me realize I used to be a casual gamer, and I used to be a casual streamer, and when I wasn't as angry because I didn't put a lot of pressure on myself. But I wanted to be a professional streamer and I wanted to be a professional gamer. So I put way too much pressure on myself to be fantastic too early. So what I did is realize that I might be a little compulsive too, as much as I don't want to think I'm compulsive. Nobody does. But compulsive people have different issues than the casual or the professional. And it's so important to be completely honest with the type of person that you are, because then you can realize how you get angry. It determines on the type. So I would guess that professional streamers, professional gamers probably have adversity. They probably have times where they lose, but maybe they handle it a little better than somebody like me who's wants to be that, but is really just a casual. And sometimes when I lose, it makes me realize, like when I lose, I base my loss on my self-esteem and my fear of the future. Like I start thinking, like, if I keep losing, I'm never going to be a professional. And then that loss ruins my mindset for the day. So, in reading more and more about gaming and losses and how different people are affected by it and how they handle it, there's differences. There's videos out there of what they call rage streamers, that when they get mad when something goes wrong, they break stuff. Rest in peace keyboard, rest in peace monitor, because these things are getting broken. I have never broken anything, but I can identify with the rage where I feel like I might want to break something. I don't, because my knee-jerk reaction is to calm down. Stuff hasn't gotten broken. But what I'm realizing is that practicing angry reactions to outcomes is important just as much as knowing how to play the game and which button to press at what time, it's also important to know how to respond without being too angry. So here I left this Rocket League game all angry, realizing that I had to go calm down and go do something else, maybe go walk around. So I went upstairs to this place that I'm renting from somebody, and I'm cleaning out dishes. I'm like trying to be productive and pick up a mess that I made yesterday. And he started saying something about an agreement that we made with money that maybe I was falling short on, and my brain went to, oh great, now you too. Now you're gonna start attacking me and giving me stress, and I really don't need this right now. And I got all defensive, and then we got in a fight, and I was like, oh my God. Like, what is driving all of this? What's underneath all of this? And the more that I kept looking into what might be driving it, I realized like it's an emotional thing that I'm going through. So I started reading this article. There's a site called WikiHow, and it's like Wikipedia, but it kind of helps you like do things that you're not normally doing. So I really just want to share this for a second, but I have to change my screen here. The display capture and the window capture. Just got to do it quick. Hang on. I can't do it on there. I got to do it on this other thing. All right, so if I'm doing this right, this website will be on my stream. Okay, so it says, how to get over anger caused by video games. Sometimes playing video games can make you feel angry and frustrated. Your anger may be due to the content of the game, not being able to get past a difficult level, or other players. Anger issues take time to overcome, but there are some simple strategies that you can use to calm yourself down when you are feeling angry because of video games. Calming down in the moment. Put down your video game controller, probably so it doesn't get thrown against the wall or through a window or at somebody else or knock my bird off his perch. You don't want to break your video game controller in a fit of anger, so the best thing to do when you first notice you are feeling angry is to gently put your controller down. You may want to shut down your game system as well to remove the video game images and sounds from your environment. Oh my God. Like you could just leave, get so mad at Rocket League, and then you just leave and you go upstairs and somebody's like, hey, how about that game Rocket League? You're like, no! Anyway, so recognize physical symptoms of anger. You might show signs of anger in your body. Even before you realize that you're angry, pay attention to how you are feeling physically. You might be headed towards an angry outburst if you are experiencing the following symptoms: tense muscles and clenched jaw. No, I don't usually get that. Headache or stomach ache. Now, I don't know if I get headaches from playing video games or I just had my second COVID shot. So I don't know. I don't know if it's that or the game, but I haven't had a headache in a couple of days. So. And it's probably because I haven't played Rocket League in a couple of days either. Increased heart rate. See, I don't get that. I do realize that the more calm a person is, the better they play. But if you don't get nervous, that means you're like not alive. If you care about the way you play, you're gonna get nervous because you want to do well. Sudden sweating or shaking. I can say with honesty that I have experienced not shaking but sweating when I play Rocket League sometimes, especially in competitive. Because I don't break it up. I don't play like competitive and then casual and competitive and casual. When I play, It's like go big or go home. I play competitive like 6, 7 times in a row, and sometimes people are like, "Dude, you should break it up," and I'm just like, "No, no." And that's sometimes that's why I get upset because I play. There's too much stress involved in trying to keep your rank on Rocket League. That if I play too many games, I play a lot of games in a row, thinking that exponentially I get better as I go. But today, it didn't happen that way. I kept losing. I was losing more than I was winning. And I was just like, what the I was so angry. I was like, what the hell is going on? I had a full night's sleep. I'm not drunk. I'm not hungover. I haven't smoked weed. I'm calm. Like, but why am I losing? Why do I keep losing like this? So I go on this other site that I found that I might bookmark as well. Um, it ends in like GAF or something. I don't. I'm gonna look it up again, but that's not the point of the story. The point of the story is there was this one person that was kind of rational, and she said, "When if I lose 10 games in a row, it's probably because of a mismatch." And I was like, "Oh, so maybe it isn't my fault." Like a lot of times there are mismatches in Rocket League. That happens way too often. And I forgot that. Like because when Rocket League started its new season last month, you had to play ranked matches in order to rank up again. Some people got a higher rank, some people got a lower rank. I happened to get about the same, and I was hoping I would have got higher because I'm delusional and I think I should get something without working for it sometimes. So now that honesty's out of the way, what I meant to say is that sometimes the game is rigged a little bit because those some people haven't played their placement matches yet. So I'll get thrown into a silver match, a high silver match with plats and diamond people. And as hard as you try, you just can't win. And I applaud myself for the effort, but at the same time I get mad and I don't express that enough and I hold it in. And then I play a couple more games and a couple more games, and by then I haven't let the anger. I got a lot of tension, but no resolve. So then when you go play a game, I keep thinking I'm gonna win, and then I'll lose and lose, and I just sit here and it blows my mind because I'm like, what the hell is going on? I've been playing this game for 9 months. I should be better. And then I start talking to my friends, and they're like, that peer pressure. They're like, you've been playing for a year and you're only this. And then I start saying, maybe this isn't my game. And then I could so what I realized the other day is you're supposed to psych yourself up, but don't psych yourself out. And I think sometimes when I'm losing too much and I get angry, I'm psyching myself out. I'm making myself lose. And I literally just have to walk away. And I did that earlier today. I was just kind of like, wow. I can't believe how angry I am over this game, that maybe there's something else going on that I need to look at too, because it's spilling over into the game. So I heard during the pandemic I was watching a bunch of political shows, and a lot of times what people on these shows do is if they have a topic and it's multi-layered, they will say, well, let's unpack this. They'd say there's a lot to unpack here. And what that means is if you have a topic, you have to break it down. So anger over video games is a package that I have had to unpack. I have to break it down, so to speak. and be honest and be like, okay, what's the thing I'm angry at the most? Is that the ranking system is unfair sometimes? Is it that I'm afraid of what my peers think of me? Is it the fact that I've been playing a long time and I instead of going upwards, I'm kind of like going staying the same, almost backwards? And then somebody said, "Well, when I get angry, that when I'm losing and I'm angry, I work on my mechanics." And I'm like, "There's a light at the end of the tunnel, right there. There's some hope that I think the best thing ultimately to do as a person and a gamer is not to blame, because blame is an anger thing. Like I can't look at myself in 2022 streaming and blaming the ranking system and blaming everything in Rocket League but me, because that would be a horrible place to be mentally. So I think what I should do, instead of just streaming my not so greatness and watching everybody watch me explode, I should really just like watch the replays of the games I lost and try to see what I could have done better. Or maybe it wasn't my fault, and get a real clear picture of how I play and what I can improve on. Because I've did this before, and this is how I got the gold. But now I seem like I'm plateaued, and it's because I haven't gone and analyzed my gameplay, or what do they call it? Self-scouting, where you're like, what are my tendencies? You know what I mean? Do I have a tendency to miss this shot? Do I have a tendency to not block the ball there? Do I have bad tendencies on the kickoff? And then just practice those things and get confident at those things, and then go in and try them out like in a casual game, and then go to competitive. And I think I would be less stressed out. I think I'd be less angry. And people would enjoy my stream more, because like as much as people like somebody seeing someone get angry, I think it gets old. Eventually it just gets old. And usually angry people, if they don't get in touch with their anger, they usually have a heart attack, or they're either really lonely in life, or they're stuck with angry people that don't want to change. That's usually, so I'm at the point in my life where like I got to make the changes now, because the there's a sign on my desk, on my wall, that says you play the way you practice. And you know what? Lately I haven't been playing so good, so I'm realizing that maybe I just haven't been practicing either. So if I suck, it's because my practice has sucked. I've been doing other stuff. I've been involved in the emotional shit and stupid court shit that I didn't do, and it's just taking care of a bird, and there's a lot of stuff in my life now because I made some changes in my life. But I have to take time for me too sometimes. So that was a lot to unpack. So I want to keep reading this WikiHow articles, because I think it's really cool. I hope somebody gets something out of this. Give yourself a break from the game. And that's what I did this morning. If you have become angry, you should take a break from playing the game. Distract yourself from the aspects of the game that made you angry by doing something else for a little while. And I guess playing another game when you don't rank up is probably not a good game. And that's the way it's been in poker lately too. I've been playing poker, and I keep losing, and I keep losing all my money, and I'm just going, why am I on such a losing streak? It's just it needs to stop and reverse and go the other way. Make yourself a meal or a snack. I did that. I had some beef jerky. Clean your room, the kitchen, or the bathroom. I kind of cleaned up my room a little bit. Put some stuff away. I had stuff that I took off my desk the other day that I want to put back on the desk so I can do that part of my life. Go outdoors. I did that. I went out to Walmart earlier and the place was completely mobbed. Memorial Day weekend, it was nuts. That's not the place to go if you want to de-stress. I think I think if they went into the psych ward and the behavioral unit and be like, "Are you okay? What's been going on?" They go, "Well, I was angry at video games, and then I went to Walmart on Memorial Day weekend." Anyway, so go outdoors. It's raining right now in upstate New York. It's May, the end of May, and it's raining and it's cold out. So that's kind of out of the picture. That whole idea is not the greatest one right now. It's bad timing. Get physical exercise. All right, that's something I could do. I actually have these stretchy bands that I bought. Like if I can't get to the gym, you pull them and they create tension like in your muscles and stuff. I forgot all about those. I should keep them right by my desk and just kind of like go. If I get mad, just pull those things. There's different exercises you can do where you put them under your foot and you pull them up. And I could actually go to the gym. I do have a Planet Fitness membership, but I haven't been there in like a month because I made an excuse because of COVID. Because I didn't want to run with a mask on. I didn't want to get my heart rate up and my breath rate up and worry about not being able to breathe. I was like, I'll just wait. I have no excuses now because I'm vaccinated. I'm fully vaccinated. Take deep breaths. And now there's something that I was doing. Becoming angry can elevate your heart rate, cause you to shake. I made my landlord so angry earlier, I thought he was going to throw me out. He was just because I wasn't listening to him. You can counteract these effects with deep breathing. And it's so funny, like I was hanging out with my friend Danny yesterday, and I was doing the scene from Bad Boys 2 where they go woosah, and he was like, "What's woosah?" And I was like, "You never heard of woosah?" I'm like, "You never heard Bad Boys 2?" So for anybody that's living under a rock and has never seen Bad Boys 2, it's a comedy, two cops played by Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, and there's a scene where their boss, the chief, who's played by Joe Palantonio, I don't know how to say his name, but they're all trying to get less angry, and they're all trying to deal with stress, and they got this thing going on through the office where the word woosah was supposed to calm you down. It's supposed to be like an old Eskimo thing that the Eskimos used to do. If they had cubs, they would say woosah, and it would calm the pack down of wolves. There's something about the two words together, woosah, that's supposed. There's also a movie called Anger Management. I think they used that in there too. Jack Nicholson said it to Adam Sandler. It was like woosah. So like in Bad Boys 2, during the movie, they're all going woosah, woosah, and you see them getting mad, and they completely identify with that. So anyway, as a person breathes, they could be like woosah, woosah. Be sure that each breath in fully fills your lungs, causing your chest and belly to expand. Exhale fully each time and pause between the exhale and the next inhale. Keep breathing until you feel like you've regained control. See now, This exercise reminds me of something that um, I used to do in the past, and I haven't been doing it as much. And it kind of explains why I'm not calm lately. Because you like practicing, you get out what you put in. So if you don't practice these breathing exercises, the anger like finds its way back into your life. And then I think that's what happened with me. Like I used to have this CD, and I would put the CD in, and it would say like meditation number one. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Breathe in all the way. Don't cheat yourself on the breath. Let it go deep into your lungs. And, like stuff like that. And it actually used to work. And I used to be calm, and people that met me would be like, wow, you're so calm. What do you do? And I'd explain that I have these meditation things. Maybe I should do that before I play Rocket League. You know what I mean? Sit down and be like, woosah. It's just a game. It's just a game. You are well. You're going to lose sometimes, you big old bratty bastard. Okay. Where are we? Okay. Method 2. Addressing the cause of anger. This is some psychological stuff right here. Remember why you play video games. You probably play video games just because you enjoy playing. But if playing video games is causing you to have recurring anger, then you might not be enjoying yourself as much as you used to. If you experience chronic anger as a result of the games you're playing, think about taking on a new hobby to replace gaming for a while. Now that's a difficult concept, because if a person is trying to get better at a video game, to me the only way is to play it. So if you take a break from it, wouldn't that make you rusty? But then again, I've talked to other people who have said, I took a break from it for a while and I came back and I was really good when I came back. So it probably depends on the person, I would guess, that's actually taking the break, is what I'm getting out of this study here. But ultimately, what I want to know is what would happen to me if I took a break. Sometimes maybe that's why I'm afraid to take a break, because I'm afraid if I come back, I'll suck. Like some comedians are like that. Even Jay Leno said it. He's just like, I have to do it, or I'm afraid I'll lose it. If I don't tell jokes, if I don't perform, then I'm afraid that I'll forget how to do it. Which is kind of why I haven't really taken too much time off when it comes to Rocket League. Like when I play for hours at a time, and I might take a day off, but I don't like to take more than 2 days off because I feel like I'm going to lose it. The ability. And a lot of times after playing Rocket League or Fortnite, that can get like really intense and you get like really worked up. When I finally get off of playing both of those, sometimes I have to go play Monopoly, because Monopoly is it's so based on chance. You know what I mean? It's not so much based on the way you play or don't play. And there's less decision making involved. The hardest part about Monopoly is like trying to get all the same color. And it's a lot less intense than Rocket League or Fortnite is. Like in Rocket League, you can see the other people, you can see the ball. You know, the stress comes from when you miss it, I guess, or if something gets blocked that you tried, like your efforts got thwarted. But the dynamic in Fortnite is like it's a battle royale. So, and I've been saying this with my friends the last couple of nights. Part of the stress comes from not knowing who's around you. Like you could be a great marksman and you can get rid of people quickly, but you can't always see all of them. Sometimes when you perish in Fortnite, it's because your lack of ability to see someone that sees you. It's the whole like you don't have eyes in the back of your head thing. So when you hear the sound, naturally we're like, where did that come from? And you want to know immediately, because if you don't find it, your game is going to be over soon. You don't get that in Monopoly, Monopoly's so much different. I could do a whole comedy routine on that. Anyway, so where are we? I don't. Oh yeah, taking a break. I don't know if I could take a break. It seems like it's all I do lately. So maybe I should get back to the gym and at least like get on the bike or something and pedal that for a while and get rid of some adrenaline and some. Maybe when I come back and play Rocket League after that, maybe I'll play better. I don't know. It's worth a shot. It's worth the experimentation. And then if you stream, like your stream's got to be good. Like right now, I got an echo, and somebody might stop by and say, and they have, hey, your stream's echoing. And I'm like, son of a bitch, I don't want my stream to echo. I want it to be the best stream out there. But I got to remind myself that even the best streamers have problems too. I'm not immune from problems. So this keeps happening, which is stressing me out, as I have OBS software cranks up my microphone without me asking. And then there's me talking into the microphone naturally from the game, and it's causing an echo. And I don't know what to do to make that stop doing that. And I have a Discord as well. So they're all using the same microphone. And so what happens is you're talking to the mic, it goes through the speakers, comes back out, goes back into the mic again. And there's this guy was trying to help me, and I was just getting so mad that he was helping me. Because I'm not used to people helping me, I guess. Said something about filters. You can put filters on your microphone. And I'm like, I'd love to put filters on my microphone. I don't know how to do it, but you can. So then I got my desk here, and I'll write it down. How to put filters on microphone. So when I get mad at Rocket League, I should just quit and go look this up. Change the subject. How to put filters on a microphone. All right, where are we? Play a less violent video game. That's what I did. That's when I said I go play Monopoly, that's what I was doing. So see, some of these things I'm already doing to curb my anger from video games. So that would be a good topic for the chat. Like, what game do you play if you get mad at one game? Do you have another game that you play so that your anger and your stress levels come down? Or do you like go watch porn, or what do you do? Like, some people do that. You laugh, but that's what some people do. That was a lot to unpack. I have Scrabble. I have Uno. I can only imagine people that probably do shit with guns are people that probably play violent video games like all day long, all week. They play like Call of Duty for 3 hours, and then they play like another Call of Duty, and then they play Fortnite, and then you know what I'm trying to say. Too much of a good thing is not good. See, I used to play Fortnite and then Rocket League at night. And I'd lose at Rocket League because I realized by the time I got to Rocket League, I'd be tired. And if I lose because I'm tired, then I get angry and then I hate the game. So I switched it around. So I wanted to play Rocket League when I had the energy and when I wasn't angry. I knew what was going to make me angry. So by the time I reached that threshold where I was getting really pissed at the game, then I'd quit and I'd go play Fortnite. And I'd kick ass at Fortnite because I got all this adrenaline now, and I'd just shoot people and I'd look like a superstar. But then there's too much of that, and I gotta quit that. So I've learned to narrow my game time. Like if I play Rocket League for 2 hours, and then I take a break, go get something to eat, and then I'd go play Rocket League for a couple hours, or Fortnite rather, for a couple hours, go get something to eat. So I'm realizing that the reason I probably got angry this morning from playing Rocket League is because I didn't have anything to eat. I woke up, I had a couple cups of strong coffee, and I just started playing. And when it wasn't going my way, the caffeine was making me like curse harder, and I was just, I was like, I gotta go. I can't do this. To me, I guess to me, it's almost like they say if you take defensive driving courses that you should never get into your car when you're angry. Because now you have like a lethal weapon behind you. Like if you have to drive, they say that you should just cool off. And I'm thinking maybe video games are no different. Like if somebody sits down to play a game and they're angry, they're probably gonna not do so well. It's almost like driving drunk, almost. So maybe I should check myself before I sit down and play a game, especially when your rank's on the line, you know? Now that I've eaten and I got something to drink and I've calmed down, I might go play Rocket League for a little while, but if the ranking system looks like it's screwing me again, and people aren't playing the way I want them to, and I start feeling like, then I have to get off and chill out. Because game controllers are expensive, and it's really not worth spending, $50, $60 every time I haven't broken one. I did wear one out though. I have worn out a controller to the point where I had to go buy another one because the rubber was off the knobs, and I tried to take another controller apart and take the knob from that one and put it on the new one, and that didn't work out too well. So I learned not to open Xbox controllers anymore because I clearly don't know what the fuck I'm doing when it comes to that. So I leave that up to the professionals. And that's the only time I've ever had to buy another Xbox controller. Because I've had it in I gotta admit, I've had it in my hand and I've been like, and then I've said like, woosah, and I've saved the controller from its death. Because I have anger management skills. Sometimes when I'm playing games, everything I do with my anger management skills are not enough, and I have to stop. And I'm realizing like part of it has to do with I really care about what people think about me, like maybe too much. So when I started streaming, I wanted it to grow, and I wanted it to be fantastic for everybody. And you know what? A lot of people like it. But I'm starting to get to the point where maybe I'm trying too hard. And somebody said that to me the other day, trying too hard. I'm like, what do you mean? I got sound effects.
Would you look at that? That's your home. Are you too good for your home? Answer me.
I wanted everybody to be like, that's funny. I love that movie too. This guy Germinator, he's funny. I think I'll follow him. I'd like to see this from now on. And then, it didn't really happen that way. It's slow. That's how it works. That's how it works. It works slow. Little by little, went from 1 to 10, and then 10 to 20, and 20 to 30. Now I'm at 100, and I'm almost at 120. That's not terrible. A guy my age, in a world of young gamers, to have all those followers and people watching, that's not too shabby. I can't expect more than that, can I? So all I'm trying to say is the anger that I have is my own that I have to deal with. Like, um, here's a lesson. Is anybody? A lot of people know Star Wars, but a lot of people don't. Does anybody remember the movie, The Empire Strikes Back? This the sequel to the first Star Wars. It came out in the 80s. Okay, I had to write a book report when I was a teenager, and that's the book that I chose. That's the story. I read books back then. I used to read, and the movie is much better than the book. But that's not my point. The point is that there's a scene in The Empire Strikes Back where Yoda is trying to teach young Luke to be a Jedi. And one of the things that he tells him, they're standing in front of a cave. And Luke says, "What's in there?" And Yoda said, "Whatever you take with you." And what it means is, if you take your fears and your angers into the cave, then that's what you're going to find in there. And I'm realizing that that philosophy exists. The same thing happens with a stream. Like if if I sit down before I stream and I'm angry at something, it's going to come out in the stream. If I'm afraid of something, it's going to come out in the stream. But I haven't sat down in a long time and really with myself and said, Germinator, what's going on with you? What's happening is other people are noticing, and I try to get something out of everything. So I'm having a losing streak in Rocket League and poker, and it's not my first losing streak. Like, you'd think after my first one I'd have experience for the next one. My first losing streak, I said, it's me. I have to change me. And now I'm in the second one, and you know what? It might be the same thing where it's me. But for some reason, I don't want to. I'm sick of me. I'm sick of me having all these faults and things wrong with me. I'm sick of it. I want to have some things that are right with me. That's all I want. That's what I want to focus on. What I do well. And keep doing those things. So I have to be reminded that I do things well. I don't suck. I don't suck at the game. I wouldn't be silver. I wouldn't have made it to gold at all if I sucked. The problem is I can't stay there once I get there. And that's what I need to learn how to do. How do you win consistently? And you know what? What this losing streak taught me today? Your mindset is everything. If I go into a game and I say, "Oh, here we go again," that's what's going to happen again. I'm expecting what happened before to happen again. But most of the sports counselors and psychologists will tell you if you go in and you just focus on what you're supposed to do and do it well no matter what, you'll get the outcome you need. But if you take the mentality into the game or the stream that says, oh, here we go again, I forgot that. I forgot that I'm sunk as soon as I think that. So there's these techniques that people use in the mental health field. It's called mindfulness exercises. Mindfulness means you can take a snapshot of what's going on in your mind without judging it and saying, this is how I'm thinking right now. So, and I got angry earlier. That caused me to look at my mindset. Say, that's not a bad thing. If I look at my mindset and say, you got a losing mindset, that's why I'm losing, because I have a losing mindset. And because I keep saying, oh, here we go again. So I have to train my brain not to say, here we go again, but to calm down and say, you know what, I might not know what the outcome of this is, and that's okay. And let me not worry about what the outcome is. And all I need to focus on is what I need to do. How high I jump, how quick I move, where I put the ball. Those are the only things I can really control. And if I'm doing that correctly, I should be happy. When I'm not doing those things correctly, then I get unhappy. So there's a connection between mindset and performance. When my performance was going down this morning, it affected my mindset. See, the two have to work together. So what I have to work on is not only my gameplay, but my reactions to losing, to not let my affect my mindset so much that I feel like giving up, that I feel like quitting, because Rocket League is full of those people already. Like when I play ranked, I'm like so excited that I'm playing again. I'm like, here we go, and we're ready to play, and everything's going great. And then you're down 2-1 with 3 minutes left, and they want to forfeit. It's like, are you seeing something I'm not seeing? Because I see us hanging with these guys. I see that maybe we could stay up with these guys. I don't want to quit. The only way I want to quit is if somebody is just so good that you know that they're above the rank and there's no way you're gonna win. Then I'll quit. Then I'll tap out. Sorry, you win. I don't like cheaters. I don't cheat. I know people that cheat and they love to cheat. Well, good for you, but don't tell me that I have to cheat, because I don't like to cheat. It makes me feel bad about myself. I like to earn shit. My first car I ever owned, worked in a restaurant, was a dishwasher. I paid cash for it. Sat in my driveway until I did my road test. I earned it. It was mine. No one gave it to me. No one gave me money for a car. I earned that car. It was a great feeling. I learned early in life to earn stuff. But somewhere along the way, I forgot that lesson. And I started thinking, oh, maybe I'll just get stuff for nothing. And it doesn't work that way. So when I play Rocket League, I think that too. I'm not going to get gold unless I work for it. And I run into some people and they're like, I'll help you get there. We'll cheat. I'm really diamond, but I'll play with you and we'll win, and then you can get gold. So I went to gold the first time and I was like, but there was still a feeling that I didn't earn it. I felt like I cheated and I didn't like it. So when I fell back down to silver the first time, I was like, It's all right with me because I wasn't destined to stay there because I'm not really a gold ranked player. I just got there because somebody helped me. So then when I worked back up to gold with the help of some people, I knew that I was part of my success. I didn't feel like somebody carried me or cheated me or whatever. So when I fell back down from gold to silver, I was just like, okay, I guess it's just the ups and downs of Rocket League. But now that I'm stuck in silver again, I can't even explain it. I don't even know what it is. Because I knew what it was the first time, I knew it the second, but the third time I'm like, it's got to be me, right? It's got to be that I have to do more work. And maybe I don't want to do the work, which is bad. I don't want to do the training packs. I don't want to try to air dribble and all that other stuff that the great players do. I don't want to have to. But if that's what I'm faced with now, if I want to just be an old crotchety 50-year-old wannabe, then I won't practice. If I want to impress people with my skills and how great I am, then I need to go through the same drills that everybody else did. Take that anger that I have of losing, put it into practicing. That's the answer. Like my friend and Gabe and I were joking on about earlier that the world ain't all full of sunshine and rainbows. Especially Rocket League, man. That gets brutal. They don't care. You think people that play Fortnite, you think they care whether or not you live or die? Nope. Matter of fact, they're hoping you die because they're going after kills. That's what they do. They're like, I'm gonna go in and get me some kills. Who can I kill? It's killer. It's kill or be killed in Fortnite and Call of Duty. It's like I keep saying to people, it's the quick and the dead. It's like the Wild West. It's the quick and the dead. You want to be quick or you want to be dead. But sometimes you're dead and you didn't see it coming. You just don't beat yourself up for that because it happens. You know how many times it's happened to me? I feel like I should have got first, but I got shot. And then I get mad. Oh, I should have seen him. No, no, no. You can't be everywhere all the time. It's not possible. What you can do is spin around and look around once in a while. Say you're taking a shield, 50 pot shield, or you're taking a med kit. You can look around while you're doing that so you don't get shot. But while you're in the game, you can't look around. There's no eyes in the back of your head. That's kind of what makes it exciting. Is you can't always see what's coming. That's the fun part of a battle royale. Is that you don't always see what's coming. All you can do is increase your response time. Somebody that's older like me probably has a slower response time than a 25-year-old, which is why I probably never could be a professional gamer. But there's no age limit when it comes to playing games. There isn't. So I guess I need to know who I am, be all right with it, know that you win some, you lose some, and that you get out what you put in. And I think if I remember those things, maybe I just won't be so angry if I lose. Like they say in AA, acceptance is the answer to all my problems today. If I can see things as they are instead of not how I want them to be, I'll have no peace until I accept the fact that things are just the way they are. You know what I mean? I don't like Rocket League's ranking system. I don't, but it's how it is. It's how it right now until they fix it. That's how it's going to be. And they keep throwing people into random games with random players, and sometimes they stink. I can't change that either. That's the way it's always going to be. So I'm drinking my non alcoholic beverage after 7 years of not drinking. And I just say, next game. That's another thing that psychologists, sports psychologists will tell you that athletes do is you have to have a bad memory when it comes to losses. Like if you lose, have a little bit of like, damn it, I wish I would have won that game, and then forget it. Because if you're still upset at the fact that you lost and you go into the next game, you're not going to play as well. Like I used to play basketball. I'm not tall. I wasn't tall enough to play professional ball, but I did. I played in high school, and if you when you go down the court and you're dribbling and you go to make the shot and you miss, you can't be like, "Damn, I missed," because now there's a rebound, and you have to get the rebound if you can, because if you don't, your other team's going to get the rebound. So if they get the rebound and they run down to the other end of the court and you're still going, can't believe I missed that shot. Now you're putting your team at a disadvantage because they're short one guy, because you're down there at the other end cursing the fact that you missed the ball. You can't fix the problems while you're playing the game all the time. Sometimes they have to be fixed outside the game. Like I play music too, okay? And there's a term called woodshedding. Woodshedding means you have a tough piece of music, particular, it's tough. And if you don't want people to hear you working on it with warts and all, then you go woodshed it, which means you tuck yourself away from everybody so where only you can hear it, or your coach or your teacher or whatever, and you work on that piece so you can make the mistakes you have to make as you're going through the process of learning it and perfecting it. And sometimes I forget that in Rocket League, that if I'm not good at something, I have to go woodshed it, so to speak. In the training, the free play, go in there and work on it until I get it comfortable. And then I'll come back and do a aerial flip or whatever that I just worked on. Aha! So this is like I had a losing streak this morning, and then I had an aha moment. And then I went to Walmart and I got some aha, and now I'm drinking aha while I'm saying aha. So it's like a double aha. It's like a aha aha. If that makes any sense. It probably only does to me, but hi Bird. This was supposed to be a just chatting thing, and it's just me talking. That's kind of one-sided. I haven't heard any responses to my chatting yet. Just me chatting. Or as my friend Danny likes to say, it's all outgo. Good conversations are back and forth between someone that's outgo and incoming. And they say people that don't learn are people they're just outgo. Like a saxophone player is all, it's all outgo. There's no incoming. Incoming is how you learn. So I'm thinking that, my anger issues this morning regarding Rocket League had to do with I've kind of stopped learning, I guess. Like you learn as you go when you play, yes, that's called like hands-on, but I haven't watched any really good players lately and tried to see what they do, which is how I kind of got better in the first place. So I guess I'm learning here that getting better is a cycle, and it combines different elements of practice on my own, watching other people. I used to have a notebook. I had like a Rocket League notebook that I kept. And if I learned something new about Rocket League, I would put it in the notebook. And now I can't even find the notebook. So I'm getting like frustrated. I'm not kidding you. This sounds anal, but I mean, if you don't want to be angry playing video games, this is stuff you can do. Is to keep a notebook. Um, this stream that I'm doing right now, I'm doing it with OBS software, and it allows me to record what I'm saying. So it also, and it makes a video. So it also records me when I'm gaming as well. See, this is the gaming version of it. And usually there's a game behind me, and while I'm playing, I record it. So then I go in the archives and I keep folders. I say, this is January's Rocket League games. This is January's Fortnite games. And when I get free time, and I have to make the time, I watch what I did. I watch if I'm playing squads, I watch how we lost. What did we do wrong? What could we done better? And then the next time we play, I mention it to those people. Like, hey, look, the last time we played together, we lost on the hill. We could see those people from afar and we knew they were on the way, but we had no plan for them when they showed up. And that's why we lost. You know what I mean? It should be talking to each other. You take the top, I'll take the side. Let, Homer take the bottom. I don't know why I used Homer, but. And then, and then when you win, you're like, look what we did. It's right there on film. Like, we just won. And that's why we won. Look. And then you become an expert at gaming because you know what you have to do to win and you know what you have to do to lose. And if you execute those things properly, you should be all right. If you don't, you get angry like me. So I kept a notebook on Fortnite. I call it a game review. The game review of Fortnite. I'm not kidding you. It's right here. Squads 1-4. That was January 4th. That was 4 months ago. When it was cold in upstate New York. Colder than it is now. It's cold now, but it's nowhere. Oh my God. The difference in comparison in temperature. Ugh. Much different. So, it says that I revived my teammate. Now that might not be because she's a bad player. She was probably caught in the wrong place at the right time. Didn't see the person. It happens. So once that happens, do I get mad and go, "Oh my God, I can't believe she got shot again"? That's not a good mentality to take into a squad match. The mentality is, I need to go rescue her, so we can get her back because we need her back on the squad. And where we landed, I missed shots. I had a pistol and I missed some shots with a pistol. So that tells me like maybe I'm not good with a pistol. Or maybe maybe I didn't warm up. Maybe I just missed. I got shot at on the ramp and somebody shot the guy so I didn't get shot. So I make little notes as I watch the videos, and then I think, okay, what did I do? I did the same thing with Rocket League for a little while, and I saw the same stuff happening over and over again. They're called tendencies. what I learned from Joe Judge, the coach of the Giants right now, who used to be the coach of the special teams coach of the New England Patriots. I'm sure you've heard of him. We have to look at our tendencies. We have good tendencies and bad tendencies. And if we change our approach to our practices and the games, then our tendencies change. Okay? So the Rocket League on the kickoff, I used to be terrible at the kickoffs. So what I realized is like, if I want to keep being terrible and keep being frustrated with my kickoffs, I'll keep doing what I did. Or if I want to get better, I'll watch somebody else do kickoffs that work and see what they're doing or not doing. And I was flipping before I got to the ball. And then somebody said, "Don't flip before you go to the ball. Why would you do that?" And I'm like, "I don't know. It seemed like it was cool." And I'm like, "But it's cool, but it's ineffective. It's not. You're not. You have to win the kickoff because the more kickoffs you win, the more chance you have of putting a ball in the goal." So I'm like, "Okay, duly noted. I get it. I'll try to be better on my kickoffs." And then I watched somebody and they said that you when you get to the ball, flip up a little bit when you hit it, and it'll lift the ball. And I was like, cool. Yeah. So now when the kickoffs, I do that. I lift the ball, and then sometimes it beats the opponent, goes and hits the wall, it bounces off, and then you got a shot attempt. I'm like, oh yeah. So then I started winning more games. But lately, I haven't been winning games, so I'm trying to figure out what's the tendency that's right now that's the weakest. What is, and I can only do that by watching the replays. So I was hoping more people would talk about what I'm talking about, but I realize my stream has such few viewers at this point that two people might not even be people. They're probably bots. They're probably like, I'm just recording this for the sake of recording it. There's not going to be any interplay between me and other people. And that happens a lot on my stream. And people might think I'm crazy for talking to myself, but at least I can watch the video later and see if I found anything I said was substantial or just ridiculous. My tendencies of talking. This should be called the Germinator Tendency stream because I have a tendency to get angry when I play, or else I wouldn't even be doing this video right now. So I have people to thank for my growth that have took the time to say, "You're like almost a rage streamer, dude." I'm like, really? I just told somebody today the same thing. I go, you got anger management issues. And anger management unchecked is bad. It really is. How many times you see people go to court and they're like, he's a nice guy, sir, but he just got a little he has trouble with his temper. And then they send him to like anger management courses. And then they say, "Oh, my anger management classes piss me off," or whatever. I have a few books of my own that I've had to consult from time to time when I feel like I might be going off the rails and get a little heated. I thought I could take it out in the game, while I'm playing, get the anger out. But ironically, it just made me more angry playing the game. And I'm like, I'm going backwards now. So I'm realizing that, like, I got to check my anger before I go into the game, or else it's going to be bad results. So then I didn't know how to do it until this morning. So this is why I'm doing the stream right now, because I'm trying to share it. Because we're on Twitch, which is full of people that play video games all the time, and they watch other people play video games all the time. And hoping that, like, The next stream I watch, the next person that I watch play video games, I want to see like how angry they get and why they get angry. And each person handles their anger differently. Some people are just like, oh well, good game, GG's. And it's funny, my cousin just said this a couple months ago that they noticed that when he plays, he's kind of easygoing. They're like, what, how do you handle, you know, getting beat and losing? And he goes, I just call him a legend. When I lose, I go, you're a legend. I'm like, as crazy as that sound, that could work. I've even tried it. I play Rocket League or whatever other game, get shot, lose, and just go, he's a legend. And it makes you laugh. And you, another trick I like to do if I get angry and I'm playing video games and I lose is I got Jim Carrey on the sampler.
Alrighty then.
I'll do that. Or this guy.
Oh no! We suck again!
The problem is if you lose too many games in a row, you start thinking you suck all the time, which isn't really true. Like you may have sucked for that hour, but that doesn't mean you suck.
We suck again!
It doesn't mean you suck for a living. It doesn't mean that like you're the suckiest suck that ever sucked to suck. It just means like you're having like a couple bad games maybe. So you have to remember that if you lose a couple times in a row that it's just a streak. It's just a like there was an old one of the original Superman movies. I think it was one or two. I love, and he loses his powers or something, and he can't do what he usually does, and he starts drinking and doing all this crazy shit, and he's in like a fight with himself really, and that's what it can be like when you start losing video games, like and you get angry. And this little kid comes by in the movie and he goes, Superman, you're just having a slump. You'll snap out of it. And that's what it takes sometimes as a gamer. If if nobody else tells you that, you got to tell yourself that. Like, Superman, you're good, but you're in a slump. You'll pull out of it. But how do you pull out of it? That's the question. And everybody has their own different ways of pulling out of a slump. And mine personally is analyzing what I did wrong and working on what I'm doing wrong and fixing the mistakes and turning them into positives going forward. That usually helps me when I'm constructively working on my defects to turn them into assets. That I'm not angry anymore. Like if I want to win so badly that I'll go in and I'll watch the archives. And another thing to do if you feel like you suck at your game, even though you don't, is to go back and watch the old videos because you'll see that back then you kind of did suck. And if you compare yesterday to today, you're like, I guess I don't suck as bad as I used to. It might be a slight suck instead of like a almost total suck. So if you're if you're a streamer and you have this OBS software that I'm using right now, and you can record the stuff, you literally can take an old game. Like right now, I'm going to go into the screen that I usually go into when I'm a gamer. So there's my little head right there in the corner. And then this other thing in the background with the hand that's spinning around that I'm spinning around. You can pull up a video. Pull up a video. Videos. Now I'm gonna play one. I'm gonna play one from, let's see, from February. Now this is a video of me playing Rocket League from February, which was, let's see, it's March, 3 months ago. 4. It's hard to believe that it's June, because back then everything was freaking cold. And I think that's why I did play a lot of video games, because there wasn't a lot else to do. I don't ski, so I didn't go skiing. I need one that's a Rocket League, straight up. There we go. Straight up Rocket League. Dude. So basically, like, here I am watching a replay of. See, back then on the stream, I had the camera on the right side. That's my old apartment before I moved. Playing late night Rocket League, just playing back. Here comes the ball. And look, I'm too high. I missed it. And then I try to compensate by flipping off. I got booted. Lost control over the ball. It went over my head. This is real bad Rocket League playing right here. Real bad. He missed. He missed. Finally, I hit it. I mean, this is bronze and silver league bullshit right here. This is me trying to aerial. I missed it. I didn't even get high enough. There's an opportunity for me right there to shoot, and I missed it. I wasn't. I could have slammed that ball in, but I didn't, because I'm not good back then. I'm not so great in February. There's an opportunity too I missed. Now the goal's open. Who's down there? Nobody. Missed it again. You know what I mean? So, like, I think I suck lately. But back in February, I was worse. Like, there's things I can do now that I couldn't do back then, because I never watched the tapes. I had to watch that tape to realize that I could be more aggressive in my play. And that when I go for a ball, I don't always reach it, so I need to go higher. And then I started doing that, and all of a sudden I'm winning more, and I'm ranking up. I'm not a silver league chump no more. I'm a gold. But something happened along the way. I slipped back down. So I got to play smarter. I've been talking gibberish now. Okay, not talking gibberish. I'm not this. I'm just saying I've been streaming and talking for like an hour and a half now. Just talking and talking. Talking and drinking and talking and drinking sparkling water with caffeine in it. It's called Aha. And it's fitting for today, because I'm having some aha moments, so to speak, where you see things that you didn't see before, and you go, oh, that's how growth happens. When one day you just say, oh my God, I didn't realize that. So you know what? I think I'm gonna go now. Now that I've had this talk about anger in video games, it seems like nobody wants to chime in. I guess nobody's ever been angry playing a video game. So um, that's sarcasm right there. That's also anger. Um, I'm probably gonna go play some Rocket League now for a little while and try to rank back up again. And if I do, great. If I don't, I'll try not to get too angry over it because I know it's me. I'm the problem. Point one finger out, three are pointing back usually. So if you want to watch me play, that'd be up to you completely. I could use the support, but if I'll try not to get too angry if you don't stop by. Start kicking things. Breaking stuff. I'm a Yankees fan, and back in the day, there was a really good player that they got from the Cincinnati Reds. It was called, his name was Paul O'Neill, and he was kind of famous for his actions after he struck out. He was very competitive, and he was very serious about his. And when he couldn't deliver the goods, he used to just take out like water coolers with a baseball bat. Just you learn to stay away from him after a while when he struck out. And I wouldn't say that I'm that psychotic, but sometimes when I lose, I feel like I don't know, almost like I'm ready to break something. And then I realize, it's just a game. I got too much invested in it. When it stops being fun, then I walk away. And I did that with Rocket League a couple times. I was like, I love this game, but right now I hate it. And if I'm going to continue to enjoy it, I have to quit. I just have to take a vacation or take a training pack or something. So, anger, normal part of life. Everybody experiences it. I think it's harder to manage anger in your life if you came from places where people said, "Oh, don't get angry. Why are you so angry?" Because then you learn that anger is bad, and then you don't express yourself enough, and you hold the anger in, and anger held in is the worst thing. And I think anger management is about managing the anger, and you can't manage what you can't measure. And if you're not, if you don't ever get angry, well then you can't get rid of the anger. You know what I mean? If you're not willing to go look at it, like when people say, "Well, you look at it," well,
You
you just,
look at that.
Yeah, well.
Would you look at that?
Yeah, there's a.
I'll give you an example. I got a couple teeth missing. I don't like it. I look like a redneck, poor bastard, and well, that's what I am. But anyways, so like I made an appointment to go get the tooth out, and because of COVID, they're turning people away because, and now that COVID's gone, pretty much not completely, but mostly under control. Um, they're pulling back all the appointments that they had to put aside because of COVID. So they're not taking any new patients. So I go up to the one place and that told me that they're not taking any new patients. And they said, call this number. So I got the number. I was all excited. But it's a person that I've called before and they didn't answer the phone. So I was like, what kind of a dentist doesn't answer the phone? And then I talked to somebody about it because I felt angry about it. And I'm glad I did because when I was done, they said, well, it wasn't you. It wasn't personal. They just weren't really operating either. Or they were so busy that they were just like, that's not an emergency. I'm not calling that person back. And they have a backlog of people. So they'll get to you when they get through the backlog. And I'm just like, you are you kidding me? Don't you know who I am? I'm fucking Terminator. I do a stream. I need teeth. I can't have this. I sing. I can't. And it was hurting me. I was actually in pain. Hey, buddy, I was actually in pain from one of my teeth. And I'm like, good thing it wasn't an emergency, and I had to get in there. I'm like ready to put a string on it and tie it to the door and rip it out, or be like that scene in Castaway with Tom Hanks where he takes the freaking, the ice skate. I was ready to do drastic measures, and then all of a sudden I found this temporary filling stuff and put it in there, and it hardened and it stayed in there, and I'm like, okay, that ain't so bad, and I'll just take some aspirins or whatever if it gets bad, and it hasn't even been bad since that day. But I was angry that I couldn't get in there. Like, and then I'm like, how long has it been since I've been able to get in there? It's been a long time. Like maybe it's really it needs to come out, and I need and you when you make an appointment, you have to wait because you make an appointment in June, you're not going to get anything till July. So I wanted to make an appointment, and they said no, you can't. We're not even taking appointments until July, and I'm like, I was angry then. And I had to be like, okay, it's just it is what it is. The pandemic really rocked my world and everybody else's, and I have to remember that I'm not just the only one person on the planet that's going through issues right now. So I wait, and I just wrote it on the calendar. Make dentist appointment. I wrote it like June 2nd or 3rd or whatever. Call dentist, make appointment. I guess if I played hockey, if I played NHL games on here, I would look the part. Like the streamers that come on and they play like Sea of Thieves and they're dressed like pirates and they have the patch on. Well, I could just play NHL 20 or 21, and I'll have my long hair and then I'm missing the teeth. I look like a hockey player. I should just get a hockey helmet and wear it while I do the stream. Like, yeah, I got a fight last week, but he broke my nose, but I'm still here playing because hockey's a real sport, man. Maybe I could wear like a mouth guard or something. People would laugh at that, wouldn't they? I did have a headband. I did, but I'd be damned if I can find it right now, and that makes me angry too. But I will find it. I will. I'll find it eventually. And sometimes I get mad because I'm not as quick as I used to be. Like when I used to play video games when I was a kid, I was really good. And back then there were no like competitions. You didn't have esports competitions where you could make money playing video games. Because if that was the case, I would have stuck with it. I would have stuck with video games when I had my Atari with the joystick and the little button. I probably would have really worked hard on like Frogger or whatever I was playing. I could be a Frogger champ by now. But I strayed away from video games. I only got back in video games in 2019, I think. I had an Xbox 360 and I was playing football. I was playing Madden. I love football. And I love the Madden series. I think I was playing Madden 17. And that's what I did at night, and I just loved it. And then they were like, You know, there's this thing called Xbox Live, and you can play against other people that play the game too. And I was like, awesome. So I bought it. I did that for a little while, and I wanted to buy an Xbox One, but I didn't have the money. So for Christmas that year, they were offering a deal. The Xbox 360 was old news, you know. Everything was Xbox One. So it was the all digital Xbox One S. It was a $300 console. But for Christmas, it was $150. So I bought that sucker. But the games were really expensive when you on digital, and see, I didn't look into that because I can be a fool sometimes. And I thought it might curb my video game habit if they were expensive and I don't have the money, which means I can't buy a new game every week. I thought this would be fantastic. So now I'll just play the games that I have and I won't worry about new games. But that's a big lie because people are always like, I get obsessive sometimes. So I'm always thinking about what game I can get next. And I was hoping the price would deter me and slow me down, you know. But it didn't because I ended up buying um, an Xbox with the disc version. So now I could buy, like I used to with the Xbox 360, I could buy used titles because there were a lot of stores, kind of like GameStop, that had titles like that you could get almost half off. So I don't have anybody to answer to as far as my spending goes. You know, I'm not married, so I don't have to say, hey, honey, thinking about getting this game. You don't mind, do you? Can we afford it this month? So I wrestle with myself all the time, you know. Should I buy it? Should I not buy it? Should I buy it? Should I not buy it? Oh God, I just got a big stimulus check. Should I should I pay my credit card bills or should I buy Call of Duty Warfare? What should I do? And 9 times out of 10, I end up buying the game. So I mean, just yesterday, I just bought a NASCAR game because I always want to have a good NASCAR racing game. They always seem like they're expensive. I have NASCAR Heat 2 on a computer, and I'm like, it's all right. But this was $10 for NASCAR Evolution, so I have to load that in the game and see how that one is. I might stream that. That'd be fun to watch, I think. And Star Wars Battlefront Deluxe Edition. Like I have Star Wars Battlefront and I love it. I like it. I like it better than Battlefront 2. But I didn't know what the deluxe edition was. I was actually looking it up. Couldn't sleep last night. I was trying to look it up. What's the difference between um, the two? And there really isn't much other than there's like the cards that you can get and the weapons and I was like, $5. You know, I'm glad I didn't pay more than that for it because I would have felt like a complete fool, and then I would have been angry, and then I would have to have more anger management. So here's something that I'd like to propose as a topic. I don't even think anybody's watching this right now. It's probably just like a bunch of bots. But if you're there, if you're out there right now and you're not a bot and you're a person and you want to engage in some conversation, I'm gonna bring a topic up. All right, so here's the question: is gaming a disorder? Now, why would I say this? Because I used to have a friend on Facebook that posted, she kept posting and it kept coming up in the feed that gaming is a disorder. Like maybe somebody, they did a study on people and they said gaming can be a disorder. Now, when I hear the word disorder, it makes me think of like something is wrong. Like the word dis usually means the opposite of something. Like ease, dis-ease, dis being the opposite of ease. If you have a dis-ease, it means you're uncomfortable because you're not at ease. Got it? So if something's supposed to be in order, like your brain, and you have a disorder, it means something's wrong. So I was disappointed when she said that because I kind of disagree with her. So I took it as she has a kid. She's probably not going to let her kid play video games ever. And he will never be able to enjoy video games like I did growing up or like I have been recently because she feels that maybe her kid will get the disorder if he plays video games. And it started me on a path of thinking about me being a gamer. I enjoy playing games. I love it. But am I playing it because I enjoy it or am I playing it because it's a disorder? Like, usually a disorder would cause you to do something you don't want to do. Like, when I play games, is it because I can't help myself? I'm like, oh, I have to play Fortnite tonight. I have to play. You know, is it that bad? Or is it a choice I make? Like, disorder and choice sometimes I think are not in the same category. Like when people drink a lot and they go to get um, help for their drinking, they say, well, you have a disorder, an alcohol disorder. And they're like, you can't drink ever. So then now they no longer can enjoy alcohol anymore because they have a disorder that causes them to do bad things when they drink. So therefore, if I had a gaming disorder, like this woman said, then technically I would have to give it up, right? Because it's a disease. And I didn't want to give up gaming. I don't want to give up playing games. So I tended to argue with her, like, I don't know where you got this disorder theory from, but I don't play because I need to play. I don't play because I have a compulsion. I play because I like to. It's fun. You know, and I gotta admit, there's been times that like I could hang out with my father or my mother or whatever, and or somebody, and they were like, "What do you want to do? You want to hang out?" I'd be like, "Nah, I want to go home and play video games." Is that a disorder, a compulsion, where like I don't want to hang out with my family? I want to hide in a basement and play video games? I don't think so. I think it's a choice. And I'll give you another example. My ex roommate that I lived with for a year and a half. When I moved in, I had the Xbox 360, and he didn't. And when I told him I had one, he told me a story, and he was explaining to me that he used to have a Xbox, but he doesn't have it no more because when he played it, he got angry. He got too angry. He actually maybe destroyed something once. So like as soon as I heard that, I went, "Uh oh! Don't tell me that I too have this disorder that you had." And because I didn't want to be like, "Yeah, you know what? I have it too. I think I'll sell my Xbox because." So I had to like make a choice, like play and enjoy myself and feel guilty because maybe I shouldn't be and I should be like him and not play video games. So, like, eventually, I kept the Xbox like out of the living room because I felt like I was enabling his disease by playing games. But eventually he said, you could bring that out in the living room, And the living room had a humongous television, so I'm like, okay, now I can play Madden on the big TV, and now I can see what I saw as little characters in my little 20-inch, LCD in the bedroom. Now I can really see it, and I brought it out there, and I was like, whoa, this is great. So eventually, he would come by and say, "Let me play a little bit." And then he started playing, and then like the old him came back where he was getting angry, and he was just like, we had this joke we called it couch punching. Whenever somebody did something that was like maybe they beat us or we missed, they scored on us or whatever, and we couldn't handle it, our egos couldn't handle it, he would turn around and just start punching the couch, and I'd be like, okay, it's better that the couch gets punched than me or somebody else. At least you're hitting something that's soft enough where you're not going to break your hand. And then eventually he just said, I can't play this anymore. Like, get it away from me. I think I have a disorder. I don't think I can play like normal people. And I'd be like, that sucks. Because I'm not going to give up my gaming time. As a matter of fact, then I went on Twitch after that and I started playing all the time. Every night for hours. But I could quit when I want to. You know what I mean? I would get tired. I would play a wee hours in the morning till I couldn't open my eyes anymore. But then I would realize that, like, it's time to go to sleep, and I could go to sleep. Whereas people that have a disorder that play video games they probably play long past the time where they should be sleeping because they got to play one more game. So it brings me back to the talk I had this morning about getting angry playing video games. They say, like, if you're a bookie and you make a bet on something, they say don't chase the money. Just kind of recognize that you lost and just kind of walk away and be like, okay, maybe there's more I need to learn about booking. But if you don't know a lot about booking and you bet on something like a fight or a game and you lose, and then you get so angry that you want to get your money back, that's called chasing the loss. And it happens in poker too. You lose money, instead of walking away and cooling off, you just say, no, I know I wouldn't go into my bank account and get that $100 to gamble with. I know that I only gave myself 150 I'm mad, and I'm gonna go get that money out, and I'm gonna get my money back, and then you lose again, and you lose that money. That's bad. And the same thing can happen with video games. Like people lose and they get so mad that they just say, "I'm gonna go back." And I've done it. I've done it multiple times with like Rocket League, where I've just been like, "No, I lost. I don't care. Get my rank back. I'm gonna stay up until 2 o'clock in the morning till I get my rank back," and I still didn't get it back. And all I did was make myself tired and angry. So all I'm just trying to say is, I can't tell anybody how to manage their anger when it comes to video games. Everybody is an individual and everyone has their own way of coping with a loss. But I just want to bring awareness to it, the fact that people can get angry when they lose. And learning to lose should be just as important as a skill as learning to win. Because if you lose and you don't handle it properly, it can be bad. So I've just turned this one little topic into a almost 2 hour rant here. Because this morning I was losing badly at Rocket League, and I'm trying to grow my stream, right? So I'm going into these two gaming communities, actually three, and I'm saying to everybody, "Hey, come see me play. Look at me, look at how great of a stream I have." And then I kept losing and losing and losing, and my fear was getting to me because I was just like, "Oh my God, I just invited all these people over here to watch me, and there's nothing to see here. It's just a guy losing and getting mad." And I was like, that's not what I had in mind for my stream. So it just forced me to take a look at myself and just say, I need to do something different. I mean, yes, we all struggle with loss, but how do you handle it when you lose? Do things get broken? Do you just say, well, just a game, on to the next one? I'll get them that next time. That's what I want to hear from people. That's what I want people to be honest and admit. What's your level of anger when you lose? In order to manage it, it has to be on like a scale of 1 to 10. So like if you lose a game, and I imagine every game's different. Like when sometimes if people are in a mood and they lose, it might feel like a 9 on a scale, being 10 being destructive and 1 being like, okay, I lost. Like every situation's probably different depending on what was going on that day too. You know what I mean? If you had a flat tire in your car, and you were caught out in the rain, and then you got home and you started playing video games and you lose, you might be like, oh great, this game too. And it might feel like a 4. Or it might feel like a 10. But other days, nothing went wrong that day. You're not stressed out. You just play and it's chill. And then, it's no big deal. But it can be a big deal to some people, is what I'm saying. How does it affect you when you lose? Because a couple weeks ago, somebody called me a rage streamer. And I didn't even know what a rage streamer was. And I looked it up and I was like, I'm not a rage streamer. No. Because stuff doesn't get broken. I might feel like I want to break it, but I don't pull the trigger on it, so to speak. And I don't get to the point where I'm so out of control that I break things. I might curse. I might hit the desk. The bird goes flying around across the room because he's afraid, but I don't break nothing. I might curse. I might stomp my foot on the floor. I'm going to be like, oh, damn it. or I'll say what the hell, or I'll think there's some kind of like cheating going on. I play with people that are, when they lose, they always use the word hacked. They're like, oh, they're hacking, they're hacking. I'm like, no, they're not. They're just better than you. You're just not as good. You just need to work on some stuff to get better. And then it won't be always somebody else's fault that you lose. And I'm just saying, like, there's no growth in gaming if a person can't admit that they need things to work on. And that's where I was this morning. I was angry. So my solution was stream less, more quality, less quantity. Because if I stream too much, I get tired. If I get tired, I don't play right. And if I don't play right, it don't look right. And I'm okay with losing now and then, but I feel like there's this extra pressure that comes from streamers to win and to look like you're winning to people. They want to, you know what I mean? I understand it's in real life stream, which means good things happen and bad things happen, but I get upset because I want to give I want the people to see more than they're seeing. I'm not there. Nowhere near it. I just got to be okay with being okay, and then I'll be okay. The Master 87. Stop by to say hi. Appreciate the follow. If I didn't get to tell you at the time you did it, 7 hours ago, I try to watch the stream and play at the same time, and it's not always possible. But I will say this: Friday night is usually a good Fortnite night, so I'm gonna go on and see if any of my friends are playing, and hopefully I won't get angry if they're not. But I do. I do. Oh my God, I do. I've heard stories of people that play like Call of Duty, like more violent games than Fortnite, and they get so upset that they lost that they've actually gone out to find the people that beat them. I mean, that's insanity. It is just a game. It really is just a game. It takes you out of yourself. As long as you remember when you're done with a game that you're getting back into yourself. It's almost like being an actor, playing a role, and then once the show's over, you're stuck with yourself and all your quirks. All right, nobody's on. Nobody is on right now. I guess I need to find more. Oh, look at this! Hang on. Oh my God! While I'm streaming, you got to see this. If you haven't seen it already, this might be important here. Hold on, hang on. Hold the phone. I'm getting a message from Epic Games from Rocket League, and it's saying, "Hang on, I'm almost there." And it's saying, I quote, Germinator, that's me. Please sign into your Epic Games account to continue. If you've played Fortnite or used other Epic services, you already have one. This enables cross-platform play with friends and lets you share items, progression, and competitive ranks across all connected platforms. If you're sure you don't have an account, create one with no name, email, or password needed. Now, this is important. Why? Because a few months ago, I went to the Epic Games website and I created an account, and I was trying to play with that account with that email, and they said no, you can't. You can only have one account at a time. I'm like, so then what's my other account? And they said, well, when you bought Xbox back in 2019, you created an account, but you didn't assign an email to it. It's called like a blank account. I said, oh, so I tried to delete my account from Epic's website and just use the one that I had before, and there was an issue with it. And now it's like they fixed the issue, but now they're saying sign into your account. I'm like, wait a minute. Why am I not signed into my account then? If that's the account I use all the time. You see what I'm saying? Like why now are you doing this? After all that trouble that I went through to get an Epic account that stayed the one that I've been using the whole time so that I could still play with my friends and keep my ranks. Why is that in jeopardy? It makes you wonder. And I can't even, it won't even let me sign in. My game controller is working and it's letting me switch, but it won't let me. Oh, there it is. Having trouble communicating with online services. Try again in a few minutes. Oh, they're having trouble, all right. Isn't that something? Just as I got done talking about anger for almost 2 hours, now I go into play and I can't play because I'm having trouble with the Epic servers. Does that mean I can't play Fortnite either? All right, let me just start this over then. Let's just quit and sign back in. Sometimes that works. I'm going to tell you what, if I can't play Rocket League or Fortnite, I am going to play like Call of Duty or something. Call of Duty's quick. It's quicker than I can handle sometimes. It really is just badass. It's badass, man. It's badass. Woosa. 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 Am I signed in or not? Yes, I am. I just needed a restart. All right. I gotta change the stream description here because get mad when I play this game, so... Supposed to get mad at stuff, just not supposed to be rageful and, like, destructive. Disappointment, yeah. Disappointment is the struggle is real on that. All right. So the stream has been changed. It no longer says angry over video games. I've gotten that out of my system. I hope I'm not going to experience what I did this morning again. Okay, okay. Yes, indeed, Mr. Bob, Bill, and Joe, and whoever else. Rocket League soccer with cars. What a shot. What a shot, Robbie Nichols. Proud of you. It's my teammate. Proud of you. Off his nose. So elegant. If anybody's watching the stream and you know me, you know that I'm a lifelong New York Giants fan. However, I've been so disappointed with them that I actually have a Buffalo Bills car that I'm using right now. And I'm not saying that I'm going to switch. Oh, he hit me. I'm not saying that I'm going to switch teams. I'm not. I'm just... I made a Bills card because I could. And I like its red, white, and blueness. It's very American. And here we are, you know, we're going on the Memorial Day weekend, so I thought, you know. Ah! Instead of hitting the ball, I just hit him. Like, get out of here. I give him a little push. I want to push you around, and I will. I want to smash your car and take you for granted. Yes? No? Yes? Will it drop? It did. Oh! Who could get angry over that one? Not me. Wow. Oh, get out of here. Get out of here, ball. You don't belong here. You belong in your home. That's your home. That's where you belong. Get in your home. Off my nose, off his nose. It almost went in. It almost went in. Ugh. Come on, clear it, will you? Stop dicking around. Tell him, Birdie. I just keep jumping up in the air and blocking it. Uh-oh. That's a good shot. But it's off. It's a good shot, but it's off. This one is on. Lyle Danger just put it in.
It's awesome, baby!
Thank you, Dick Vitale, from the Geico commercial.
It's awesome, baby!
Your input is very important to my stream. Thank you. Uh-oh. Oh, uh-oh. Come back again. Try again later. You can't stop a Germinator that's dealt with his anger issues. He's just unstoppable. I love this game. Look at that bounce. I ain't afraid of no ghosts. I ain't afraid of no ghosts. Oh, what a setup. I can't believe he couldn't get that. Nah. That's more like it. Going back the other way now because I've gotten rid of some anger issues that I had. So you two kids can play like the Germinator. Oh my God. Salty Shores. Is that kind of like Fortnite that has Sweaty Sands? Salty Towers? I mean, they both make the same game, you know? I could have... My fault. Oh, it's like, do you speed up or slow down, you know? And I had a choice. It was like, I went right by it. Ah! My bad. My bad. I'll let it go. Get it back. Get it back. This is a nice positive attitude I have. Okay, we'll get it back. We'll get it back. Nice shot. Nice shot, sir.
It's awesome, baby!
Yes! That's what I'm talking about. Ha! He blew me up in the air. Can't see. Ah. The ball is all over the place. It goes to left and goes to right. That's a goal. Yeah. I can't believe let him take it like that. He missed. He's got the right idea. I missed it. It happens sometimes. Especially a lot with me. Oh. Oh, backwards. I wasn't expecting that. What? What is up with that? Wow, off the freaking wall. Like he set him up perfect off the wall with that stuff. This guy and this aerial stuff, dude. It was a good shot, Bird. It was. It was. Pretty Bird. Yes! Tied it up. What a game. It's 4-4. Oh my god.
Really? Can you feel the tension? Really? Can you feel the tension in the air right now? I know I can.
That's a goal. Put that in, please. That's so easy. So easy. Whoa. What a freaking game this is. Oh, really? I don't even believe this. I don't even believe this game. It's unbelievable. Back and forth. He could have stopped that. That was a stoppable shot, was it not? I guess I'm disappointed is what I'm saying. No! That was supposed to be me scoring. Oh! The effort was there. Ah! Kidding me, right? This is why I have anger management issues right now. I turn off the camera because I don't want people to see me banging my head on the desk. It's not very ladylike. think that was my fault. I went for a ball I had no business getting. I should have went and played goal. Come on, come on, come on. You can do it. You got it right there. Oh my God, really? No, Val, come on. Fucking whiff. Oh. I thought I blocked that. What the hell happened? Ugh. Apparently, I did not. I'll just get lucky, you know? And we're giving her all the luck we can. Look at setting it right up. Come on. Stop setting her up. Jeez, dude. You couldn't have a better setup than that. Dummy. Woosah. What are you doing, dude? I'm trying to set you up, and what are you doing hitting it the other way? What the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, too bad it didn't go in. Come on, somebody challenge him, will you? Wow. get an angle on it. Damn it. No! Ugh. Woo! Close. Too close. I got milk, forgot to put it in the freezer. Ah! Talk about reading that wrong. Yes. Very good, very good. Why could anybody clear that? What the hell is that shit? What? Kidding me? doing in there? Oh, he almost scored on him. Perfect shot right there. That was sweet, dude. That was sweet. Oh my God. Hello, birdie.
That's my pretty bird.
Is this stream still freaking going? I've been upstairs like forever, for like a freaking hour. Oh my god. And it says somebody's viewing. Who the hell's watching this crap right now?